all in my lane. You ain't overlooked, so get out the way. I gave you the book, I gave you the game. The boy gotta cook, the boy got a flame, Serving in the kitchen like you need, no. Plenty pitching, whipping different flavors like a bistro. Kick it, dip it, flip it, keep it hunting like a seed, no. Switching, keep it pimping every single place that he go. I got it. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Boy, you know the name, get up out the way. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Stay up out the kitchen if you ain't the one that's whipping, huh? Hey, yo, Lathan, man, cook them boys up something real quick, man.
Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Now today we got the most amazing Alfredo shrimp or shrimp Alfredo pasta. We're doing it two ways today. So the first thing you want to do is get your shrimp together, and you see my ingredients. I got some fresh Parmesan here. You can shred that yourself, or you can buy it already shredded, pretty much up to you. Then we got some no salt Kinder's garlic and herb seasoning, and we got some heavy cream, and also we're gonna use some Slap Your Mama in this recipe as well. So the first thing you want to do is pat your shrimp dry, and then go ahead and season it generously with some salt and some pepper. Now, you want to pat the shrimp dry because you want a good sear on this shrimp, because we're going to sear it. And you're also going to sear it in, not sear it all together, you're going to sear it in batches so you can avoid from crowding the pan and the shrimp steaming. So you just want to get some good color on the shrimp. So go ahead and season it with some salt and pepper. And then once you get that shrimp seasoned, set it aside, and we're going to begin working on our garnishes. Now, for our garnishes, we're going to use parsley, which I'm not going to show you today, but I'll show you a recipe on, well, I'll show you some videos on parsley. But the main show of the garnish today will be the scallions. So we got some scallions. The first scallions we cut on a bias. The second one, we just pretty much diced them up, or I don't even know what term you would use for that. I just had a brain freeze. But the first one, we cut them on a bias. The second one, we just pretty much diced them up. And the third one, we're going to take and slit the scallion down the middle, and then we're going to lay them flat, and then we're going to cut them lengthwise. And once you get them cut lengthwise, go ahead and put them in a bowl of ice water. And what that's going to do is curl them up. So that's going to be a really nice garnish. You see how curly it is right there? And that's just by placing it in some ice water and cutting them thin. Then we got our diced scallions there. I hope that's diced. And then we have our on the bias scallions. See, when I'm doing these voiceovers, I be having brain freezes, man. So sorry about that. I get that term for you, in a second. But then you go get some oil with a high smoke point. I'm using grapeseed oil today, but you can use canola oil. You can even use vegetable oil for this. But like I said, we're going to sear these shrimp in batches. So go ahead and go down with the first batch first. And you want to get a good hard sear on the outside. But the deal is with shrimp, they tend to cook very fast. So be mindful of that and watch it, because you don't want to end up with rubber bands here. You just want to get a good hard sear. So we're going about 1.5 minutes on each side, and then go ahead and flip it, and you see how beautiful that sear is. Now, if we would have put them all in the pan, it wouldn't have did this. It would have pretty much steamed. And we wanted some good color, get that good caramelization, the Maillard reaction, just to incorporate more flavor into this pasta dish, because like you seen in the beginning, we only have a few ingredients going into this pasta. So once you get the second batch of shrimp ready, go ahead and pull them out and then set them aside. And you're finna see how beautiful they look. I just popped them back on the plate, and we're gonna add them to the sauce later. So if they're not fully cooked now, when we place them into our sauce, they're gonna go ahead and cook up the rest of the way, but you do have a beautiful sear on them. All right, now you're gonna go in with a 1/2 quart of heavy cream. So that's a 1/2 quart of heavy cream, and then begin to reduce it. And also, while you're reducing it, go ahead and deglaze the pan. So go ahead and scrape up the little bits that stuck to the pan from the shrimp, and add that into the sauce. It's going to be really great just by incorporating those flavors. Then you see we're going on with some more Kinder's salt-free garlic and herb seasoning. Now this seasoning is salt-free and it's really good. So if you don't have that, I highly suggest you grab some of that, because it's amazing. And then we're going in with some Slap Your Mama for just some of those salty notes. So you got the Kinder seasoning, and then you Slap Your Mama. Then we're going to go ahead and mix that up together. Get that all incorporated into this sauce. Like I said, this sauce is going to be very great and flavorful. And you only adding a couple ingredients in there. That's what's crazy about it. All right, once you get that all mixed up, go ahead and add your parsley to the sauce. Get all that parsley in there. And parsley going to give you some great color. It have a little flavor too, but it's going to give you some great color, like the little color specks in there. Just a great addition and contrast to such a plain white sauce. You see the white sauce with the lights, it just look live, you know. But we're gonna add our diced scallions into the mix. I keep saying diced scallions. Apologize about that. I'm gonna figure it out, man. But you know, when I'm doing these voiceovers, I'm like on the spot, so excuse me if I'm not saying the right terms. All right, once we get the scallions in there, go ahead and go with some freshly cracked black pepper. Now you could omit that, but the freshly cracked black pepper in Alfredo is phenomenal. You know what I mean? If you like Alfredo, it's phenomenal. So don't skip that step because it's just really good. All right, then we're going to continue to reduce, and once we get to the point where it's reduced good enough for us, we're going to kill that heat. Then we're going to add our cheese. So make sure you kill that heat before you add the cheese, because if you still got the heat working and you working the cheese in there, it's going to break. But if you kill it before you add the cheese, the residual heat will melt that cheese and everything will just come together nice. You see it's still bubbling from the residual heat, but make sure you kill that heat before you add the cheese. Then we're going to add in a little more parsley just because it's just needed. All right, once we get that parsley added to there, we're going to mix it in there. And I went on with some more Kinder seasoning. Like I said, it's salt free, and I just really wanted that garlic and herb punch in this Alfredo sauce. You already got the saltiness from the shrimp as well as the slap your mama. So the Kinder seasoning is just giving you some additional flavor. Like I said, it's salt free, so you don't have to worry about it being extra salty. But we're going to take all the Alfredo sauce out, set it aside, and then we're just going to pop a little bit of Alfredo sauce in there, because firstly, we're going to make our Alfredo shrimp. So go ahead and add the sauce to the pan, let it start bubbling a little bit, bring it up to a simmer, and then go ahead and add your shrimp to that pan and mix it up. And that's our Parmesan shrimp, or our Alfredo shrimp, whatever you want to call it, but it's a phenomenal shrimp. If you go to a restaurant and you tired of that old barbecue shrimp, try out this recipe, because I'm telling you, it'll fill that void from that shrimp, and it's fantastic. So go ahead and plate this up. Look at that. And I got these plates. I forget where I got these plates at. I got them from like some specialty store. But it's just really nice plate for a really nice plate to present shrimp for a guest. So if I figure out where I got it from, I'll link that down below. But once you get that shrimp plated, make sure the tails are all going the same way. And then we're going to pop some of the Alfredo sauce on there. And you see how that Alfredo sauce is sticking together. It's not broken. It's a perfectly great sauce. And if you wanted to, you can melt some butter in that sauce if you want to, but it's so rich already from the cream that you really don't need it. And then we're going to take our scallions that we cut on the bias, add those on along with our parsley, and there you have it, man, for the Alfredo shrimp. Now we're going to plate this up two ways, like I said. So go ahead and cook you up some pasta. And I know the stores are running out of pasta, so I'm going to link some videos and show you how to cook fresh pasta. And I'm also selling some fresh pasta, so if you want to grab some, grab some. And I might show a video on how to make some basic fresh pasta. But go ahead and get that pasta working and toss it into the Alfredo sauce. And I just use plain old spaghetti. And then we're going to take the additional shrimp and just add it to the top of the pasta with the sauce. You know, you want it all saucy. Get some of that sauce on there as well with it. Look at that. It's beautiful. Then we add our sauce on there. Like I said, you want it to be saucy. It's a pasta. We don't like no dry pasta around here. And then we're going to add our curly scallions on there, the one that we had in the ice water. And look at that. There you have it, man. One of the most beautiful presentations. Go ahead and finish with some fresh parsley, and there you have it. Firstly, we got our Alfredo shrimp here. And look at that. I'm going to give you all kind of angles with this Alfredo shrimp. Like I said, if you're sick and tired of that old boring barbecue shrimp, go ahead and try this Alfredo shrimp. And plate it up just like this. Your guests going to love you. And when they ask you, where you get that recipe from, say Chef Cornelius from the Bistro. Man, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, especially if you liking what you see on my channel, man. It helps grow the channel. And also give us suggestions down below of some recipes you want us to create. And then you have the pasta Alfredo, or the shrimp pasta Alfredo with the curly scallions on top there. Beautiful recipe. Beautiful recipe. And see how you took the same recipe and made 2 different plates out of it. And that's why I want to show you guys some of my recipes here on this channel. You can take and just recreate it. So it's pretty much the same thing, but you're just recreating it and presenting it in a different way. And you have your guests like, wow, man. You know what I'm saying? They doing the thing. So yeah, man, there you have it, man. The most incredible Parmesan shrimp or shrimp Alfredo with the shrimp pasta Alfredo from the Bistro. And I got both of them together right there. Like I said, same recipe, but executed 2 different ways, man. So I want to thank you guys out for checking this video out this week. The most incredible shrimp Alfredo, that's what we'll just call it, to keep from getting tongue twisted at the end from the Bistro, man. You guys are phenomenal. If you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. The channel is growing, but if you share it, it'll grow some more. The most incredible shrimp Alfredo from the Bistro. I'm out.